It's week 1 of the National Football League, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Colts on Monday night.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway on a Monday night. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Here we go.
Tua to throw right away. He'll get this one complete to Zane Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Tua now on first down. And one more time, here's Kirk. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Shifts by him. And they nearly sprung in that. All the way down to the 37.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Tua hit and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. points, 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. Now ETN to start the drive. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to throw from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Herbert. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And now... It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Jaguars! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, Well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little... as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Check, pink, opposite, green, mix, red.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Jonathan Abram picks it. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They can't ask for much more than this. They've got it 1st and goal from the 5. And they'll run with Etienne. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they come up now 2nd and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets it up past the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. He'll take a shot here for Patton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jags are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Let's go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. They got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown Colts. Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Colts get a bit closer. Extra point by Bass. Up and go. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 14-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Herbert operating from the red zone. Completes it to Hardman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Handoff running left is Etienne. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Taken in at the 3, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeout. They're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. That's pulled in at the 32. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Holding, offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, Scott.
Tua now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On second down, it's Taylor. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
ETN up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Check right. Black one. Ready.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Ready.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Micah Parsons now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Quiddy Pay, his second sack of the night. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And he's got this to Jefferson. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A first down carry for Matthews. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. This one is caught. It's Patton. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Herbert back to the air. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Ready, set.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before. Cross midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Herbert off of play action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And the Colts coming out now. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Out to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
They snap it to Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And able to find Kirk complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Ready.
One final try for Tagovailoa. incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and you open within the division.